Alright guys, so before I get into my newest classic movie review, I want to say that I like making green screen videos, but thing is, every week making green screen videos is very time consuming, and I know it might sound like it's too hard, but I mean, I do have a job, I do have school still, I have driver's ed right now, I'm doing the play, I have a second channel that you can find on your own, and it's just like I want to keep making videos, obviously, but the thing is, I want to get them out for you guys as soon as possible. So with all this said, I think for now I'm just going to stick with using my webcam and my microphone. Not mine, but my cousin's. So yeah, I just wanted to clarify that, make sure that that's all clear, and without further ado, let's get into my review for Pulp Fiction. Now, Pulp Fiction stars an amazing cast: Samuel L. Jackson, John Travolta, Uma Thurman, Ving Rhames, Bruce Willis. I mean, there's probably more that I'm forgetting right now, but it's got a great cast. And the basic plot of it is that there's this mob leader, Marcellus Wallace, being played by Ving Rhames, and two of the guys that are kind of involved in his gang are Vincent, being played by John Travolta, and Jules, being played by Samuel L. Jackson. And what these two guys are supposed to do is, I guess, it's a very hard movie to explain. I think you just have to watch it to really get it. But I guess in a loose sense, what I can say is Vincent is trying to protect Mia, which is being played by Uma Thurman, and that is Ving Rhames' wife or husband or wife. Yeah, okay. And Jules is his partner. So basically, they're just trying to protect Mia, but there is some subplots going on as well, involving Butch, being played by Bruce Willis, and how he kind of goes against against what Marcellus Wallace tells him to do. I'm not gonna say what he does because I probably already spoiled just a tiny bit, but that is really all I can tell you because I can't really tell you much more. Now, before I went into this movie, I was very excited. I knew that a lot of people had said it's one of the best movies of all time, if not their favorites. And what really persuaded me to watch this was, number one, it was on Netflix, and number two, my buddy had told me, he's like, hey, I just looked up this movie on Netflix, it's called Pulp Fiction, I watched it, it was really good, dude, you should check it out. So he sat me down one night, and me and him watched it, and finally I've gotten around to seeing this movie after everyone else on the face of human earth has seen it. And how was it? Woo! What? Oh God. Alright, I'm not gonna keep spinning because do I really want to drop my mic set? I think not. Alright. But what I can tell you guys is that this is one of the best movies of all time. Everything about it is great. Let me just make sure the mic is all good. Alright. First of all, the direction is amazing. Quentin Tarantino, he is a freaking great director. Kill Bill Volumes 1 and 2 are some of the best action movies that I've ever seen. So epic. Uma Thurman's also in those. If you don't know, she is the lead. She is like I said, she's Mia in this movie, and she does a phenomenal job. I think that Quentin Tarantino really utilizes her. I mean, I haven't really seen her in anything else. I mean, then again, I haven't seen some other of Tarantino's films, but nevertheless, Quentin Tarantino directs this movie wonderfully. There are a lot of amazing, beautiful shots, iconic shots, also long shots, just very unique shots, very Quentin Tarantino-esque, and I really thought that he did a great job in portraying this time period, I guess you would say. So I think Quentin Tarantino did a phenomenal job. Also, he has a role in the movie. I'm not going to spoil it, but that's also pretty funny. This movie is like kind of a mix of a comedy and action. Although there's not like much gun violence, it's mainly dialogue driven. But it does have a couple of action scenes. There's also some drama. There's romance. This movie basically has like everything, and I think it really works for this movie. Now that I'm saying like the dialogue is phenomenal in here. For the first hour, it's very, very heavily dialogue driven, but the dialogue does immerse you, and it is phenomenal. If I had a problem, like the tiniest smidge of a problem, it might be that I'll get into that in the spoilers, but yeah, it's like a micro problem. It's like just me nitpicking, but overall, I really enjoyed it. And then once like the second half kicks in, and once like action just starts like being the main focus of the film, and obviously still more dialogue driven, it becomes like amazing. I mean, like it already wasn't, but it becomes perfect. So I really thought the dialogue was good here. The acting here is also pretty damn solid. Uma Thurman, like I said, he knows how to utilize her well. Samuel L. Jackson and John Travolta are some of the most iconic characters in film history, and you can definitely see that while watching this film. At the beginning of the film, towards the beginning, Jules has this monologue that he's saying to this one guy. I'm not going to spoil it, but it is freaking great, and I will remember that monologue for a long time. Vincent is the main character. John Travolta is like really the main character of the film, and he does a pretty good job too. He's kind of like an idiot, but he's supposed to be, and it really works. Like, sure, he looks pretty cool, and he's like pretty awesome, but he's not the smartest guy, to say the least. But I thought his character was really good. Bruce Willis. Whoa! First of all, I gotta say, that man doesn't look a day old. I mean, this was made 21 years ago, and he looks the exact same. Now, does that mean that he could maybe look old in 1994? I don't know. I'm pretty sure, though, it means that he just looks young everywhere. And it is amazing. So Bruce Willis looks great in this movie. I also really liked his character. His character was a very interesting one. When we first introduced him, we don't really know too much about him, but once we really get into it, he's definitely an interesting character to watch on screen, and you like his story that's going on in the film. Who else is in here? Ving Rhames as kind of like this leader. Perfect, like literally perfect casting to a freaking T. He does honestly, he's so believable as being this type of character that he is playing. He does a great job of that. Some of his, probably his best movie. I mean, I have to look more on his filmography, but probably from what I know, his best film to date, like acting wise, and overall, he does a phenomenal job in here. So the acting overall is really good. Like I said, the setting looks really well. I like the production design, set design. The costumes are also really awesome. For 2 hours and 20 minutes, I believe this is. I gotta check that out. Let me look. It's actually 2.5 hours. It's like 154 minutes. It goes by very fast, and I will tell you at the ending, it's just like, oh, whoa, this ended, what? Like, it's a good ending, don't get me wrong, but like, you wanna just like keep going, even though it does a perfect conclusion to the entire film. You just want it to like go on forever, and it is amazing when it does that. Overall, Pulp Fiction, I really didn't have any problems with it. Like I said, the one thing that I was like a little bit like meh with is like a micro like that. Like, it's not even that big of a problem. So if you had Netflix, go check this out. If you watch pirated movies, go check this out on one of the sites because it's guaranteed to be on there. This is definitely one of the best films I've ever seen. I highly recommend you guys check it out. Definitely, well, probably like number 2 out of all the films that I reviewed on my classic movie review segment. I mean, it's up there with Forrest Gump, and I'm still deciding which one is better, but still, this movie is a freaking masterpiece. I absolutely loved Pulp Fiction. Quentin Tarantino does not disappoint. This is a freaking great movie. So overall, obviously, A+, 5 out of 5, whatever you want to call it. So, yeah, now I'm going to get into spoilers. If you guys haven't seen the film, which you should, check it out wherever you can, and then just leave this video and then come back when you saw it, alright? I'm going to give you 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Let's get into it. Alright, so the suitcase, or the briefcase, not the suitcase, the briefcase in the movie. We never find out what's in there. And I don't know what's in there. I wish I did, but I don't have any theories that I'm thinking of. It's just like, when you open it, it's like just shining gold on their face, like all those generic like times in TV shows where someone's opening something, it's like, oh my god, it's beautiful. But I think this is one of the first movies to do that, and honestly, I think the idea of just keeping it anonymous to the audience really worked in the movie's favor. I think it worked very well. Jimmy in the movie, who's Quentin Tarantino, he does a great job. Also, when he's helping them like kind of disguise the blood on the car, that's pretty damn funny. Also, I guess in addition to that, when Vincent shoots Marvin in the back of the car, that's pretty funny. I mean, I'm pretty sure that scene's supposed to be like intentionally funny, and you know what? It definitely worked. I can't remember who played Jimmy's wife, but we didn't like see too much of her. I mean, we saw her in like one flashback, I think, or like one interpretation of what could happen if they don't clean up the blood. But we don't really see her, so I don't really know what to say. The guy that they called to help them disguise the blood, I want to remember that guy's name. Maybe I'll just like find it as I'm looking. Was his name Roger? I have no idea. What was his name? Yeah, I have no idea, alright. But he did a great job in the movie. Overall, it was phenomenal. The opening scene is freaking awesome. I mean, both opening scenes, like, with, Jules and Vincent, as well as Honey Bunny and, what was the guy's name? Honey Bunny and, if this will load, Honey Bunny and Pumpkin. Yeah, Ringo and Yolanda. That scene was pretty freaking epic, and I really liked it. And that one shot, where the guy, when we like cut back to when, they're interrogating the group of Brett and his friends, when the guy's in the bathroom and he's shooting, that shot when they just like look around, John Travolta and Samuel L. Jackson just look around, look down, they pull out their guns, and they shoot him. It's amazing. Like, it's literally perfect. I don't know any other word to describe it. It's just, simply put, this is one of the best films ever made. If you haven't seen it, please check it out. I highly recommend you do. It's great. I've already established all this. So yeah, if there was anything else you would like me to talk about Pulp Fiction, comment below. I might just make a separate video, or whatever you want me to do, whatever classic movie you want me to watch, comment below, because I will watch it. Yeah. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and until my next review, I'm Random Mr. 401, and I will see you all later.